Welcome to Learn Golf with Cassie. Today we are on the pitching range, pitching area, and I'm here by myself. No Cassie, she is injured, as you know. I'm going to be doing a quick demonstration about how to do release 2 and then comparing it to release 1. I've done lots of videos about release 1s. We're going to see about choosing the right club for the right situation. Okay, let's get into it. Okay, so this is just me working on some things in my game, what I'm thinking of. So I think of the left hip turning back, so I'm a little bit flatter. The right arm sticks with the chest, as does the left arm sticking with the chest, so they stay together and they go round together. Gives me a nice high flight. So that's the first thing that I'm thinking about. That left hip pulling me round, toe up on the club face, hinging it. I drop down, the left arm is sticking right to my chest. The two arms on my chest, and then the release 2 is the club releasing so that the butt of the club is pointing at my belt. So that's the second thing that I'm thinking about in the practice stage. The third thing I'm thinking about, and this one is important for me, is to make sure the chest turns with the swing on the way through with the release. If it doesn't, it tends to sort of close the club down. So hit back, turn the club through, the chest through. That didn't look like a great shot, but actually it was okay. There we go, that's a much better one. Facing the target. And the final thing that I'm conscious of is making sure my grip isn't too hard. So I let the thumbs off. You can see the thumbs picking up there. Very light wrist, and that releases the club through. I'm not trying to manipulate the club through to get that belt finish. Okay, so from front on, you can see I'm very much trying to work on a sort of stable, slightly inside path with that hip, and that was actually a little bit over released there. So the second thing is, as I say, make sure the release goes to my belt, and okay, it's almost a release 3 there, so I've got to be careful of that one. The third one, as I said before, is keeping the grip nice and light. So thumbs off, and then just hold it really gentle, and then the club just releases through by itself. I'm not trying to get under the ball and manipulate it, it's just going through, and I'm getting a good turn with the chest round as well. That's important. And I try and make sure that I keep those ideas sticking, the arms sticking with the chest going round, and that's giving me the medium flight. Sometimes I get a little bit release to 3, but that's okay. So for me, make sure that chest is turning. When my chest isn't turning, that's when I get a little bit of indifferent strike. There's a perfect one for me there. And one or two more straight on. Good. Okay, so we're going to now watch me play and see the results of what I've just been doing. I was thinking a lot about technique there, trying to play the technique but without thinking quite so much, more get the feel now. And they're not all gold. Okay, and I've sped them up a little bit. We're just seeing the basic tempo is pretty good. Ball's landing softly. It's on a slight downslope, so occasionally if it comes out a bit hot, it'll roll past the flag. So 6 feet past is the miss, really, the safe miss. And those ones landing just on the front, these are actually pretty decent. You know, as I've played a few more shots, they're getting a bit closer. And now I've switched spots. I'm playing the release 2, smaller version for this front pin. I mean, to be honest, I could play it with a putter or a release one, but I wanted to test myself. Can I hit this close with that sort of like middle height checker? And again, speeding up here and see how many balls I get really within tap-in distance. When you get tentative, they tend to come out soft. When you have a nice longer swing and good tempo, they come a little bit higher and a little bit softer on the bounce. And we'll take a look at what I achieved in a second. I mean, I felt like pretty much everyone was going to be there or thereabouts, no more than a 1.5 foot putt. And you can see that the dispersion, I mean, it was a very close shot. I could probably putt that as well, but all of those are in the game. One or two duffers. But now I've changed to a little bit further away, a little bit more flight needed. And I've got the 56 here, same club. I'm playing the release 2, a little bit tentative. Get tentative, they just end up spinning and just, you know, stopping too early. A couple of them were okay, but you've got to do a lot more work with that. So I've switched now to release 1 to see if I can get better results with the release 1, which is a sort of like lower flight. Still with the 56 though, and still got to make sure you continue the swing right through and be proactive with it, not aggressive. If you're overly aggressive, you try and hit it like that one, they just run out. So if you try to hit the ball with your kind of hands it through, they come out hot. So you just need to just keep that body turning so you get a bit of check. But because it's slightly uphill and right to left slope, if you get too much check, it just takes it offline and pulls up short, and you can see that here. So I started with release 2, trying to throw it up there and get it to stop. Didn't quite have enough energy to get the ball up that hill, so they kept rolling down short. Or when I added a little bit more juice, it went long. So I changed to the release 1, playing the lower running shot. But as you can see, similar problem with the 56 wedge. I had too much spin and they all came a little bit short. So let's try the 52 wedge with release 1. It should have the right energy to make it up that hill and get it stopping and rolling out nice and softly toward the hole. Let's see if I can get 1 or 2 in the hole. Okay, so I've speeded up the timing a little bit so we can get through a lot more shots a lot more quickly, and we'll see if the results are better by the end of the set of balls. Some of them still come up short, but a lot more are going to get up that hill and stop by the hole. Let's see how the dispersion looks with the release 1 and a 52 wedge. Couple more to go, and then let's take a look at the dispersion compared to the previous 56 degree wedge. Okay, so I mean a lot closer distribution because the ball runs out without having to hit it too hard. I got 2 in a row in the hole, and the ones that I didn't catch correct did the same as the 56 anyway, but I mean that's a lot better dispersion. So it's all about choosing the correct club, choosing the right shot for the shot you've got coming up. Alright, thanks very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed that. In this case, the simpler shot with a 52 release 1 was the preferred one. If you've got a 56, sometimes you get a little bit too much check and you don't get the rollout. So you've got to make sure you know what you want to achieve and then take the club that you need using the release you've got. And of course, as always, you need to make sure you've got a lie that will support the release that you're planning to take. If you don't have a green light lie or at least an amber light lie, then go to a release 1, because it's making sure that you hit the ball first, and you're going to get on the green, maybe closer, but you're not going to hit a bad one with a release 2. Okay, hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, hit the notification button, and we'll see you soon.